everybody, this is Ruth Ratliff, voice and vibrational sound professional. And as a professional voice user and singer, I of course turn to YouTube for, when I need a quick warm-up. And I've noticed that there aren't too many videos that are specific for the mature voice. In this video, I'm going to share some of the exercises that I have found to be the most helpful for me to keep my voice in shape as I move through space and time. So come on in, let's explore. Welcome to Gemini Voices, a place for us to explore the amazing instrument that is your voice. So certainly these exercises are good across the board for singers and voice users of any age, but I have found that these specific vocal function exercises have been very helpful for me to maintain the health of my voice. So some of the symptoms that you might be feeling that I know I have felt are a general lack of freedom in my voice, like a lot of tension. Especially when I'm going for a higher note. Also, you could start to have some tuning problems. You might be going a little pitchy at the end of phrases. It's hard for your voice to hold a steady pitch, especially on a sustained note. Also, maybe your vibrato is changing a little bit. It might be getting a little wider, a little less controllable, and a little less, it doesn't spin as easily. Also, I've noticed too, I have difficulty going into my upper range. It seems like my passagios or breaks in my register transitions are not as smooth as they used to be. And also breath management issues as well. You just run out of breath a lot faster, it seems. In the case of with women for menopause, the lack of estrogen creates a dryness in the vocal folds. And if you're familiar with vocal anatomy, the outer 3 layers of the vocal folds are like jello that hasn't hardened yet. So it's very, very viscous. And that's why you have to stay hydrated, because if it'll stick together. They won't be able to oscillate as quickly. Our vocal folds are particularly sensitive to any hormonal fluctuations. Women, you probably have noticed that during your period, it feels like, your voice doesn't respond as well. I do remember that. It's almost like I was singing through mud or something. So what can we do about this? There are a few things that I have found that really help to optimize the effectiveness of my practicing. And one of them is that I've been practicing almost every day, but for shorter periods of time, like maybe 15 minutes even, sometimes 10 minutes, or even just walking around the house doing little pitch glides in the shower, rather than trying to power through an hour of exercises, and get really fatigued. That's not going to do your voice any good, because really you're trying to train the muscle memory, and that requires repetition. Also, I found it's very important to stay very hydrated, even more than normal. It just feels, because remember I talked about how the vocal folds were very susceptible to the estrogen depletion and the dryness, and you really need to really step up that water intake, and put a little lemon in your water too. I noticed that keeping your body kind of more alkaline rather than acidic can be very helpful too. That's worked for me. Another thing that I have been trying to do is avoid alcohol. I like my glass of wine with dinner as much as the next person, but alcohol can be very drying to the tender vocal tissues. So without further delay, let's get into the exercise section. I'd like to refer you also to what are called vocal function exercises by Joseph Stemple, and you can find those on YouTube as well. I will put a link, or I'll put it up in the end of the video. And these are very simple, but very effective. And one of them is where you just do a pitch glide on the word no, but you're bringing your lips together like a buzzy, like this. No. And you do it really slow like that, and then you're going to come down. So why don't we try that together? We're going to do 2 of those going up, and then we're going to just come down twice as well. So here we go. From low to high. No. And another one. No. It's hard to do, isn't it? The trick to this is keeping a nice steady airstream. And again, now let's come down on the word Q, and you're going to be keeping your lips pursed together like you're kissing. Q, okay? And make it very buzzy on your lips. Here we go. Q. And again. Another exercise that he recommends is just doing a really funny Buzzy E, like E, really, really super nasally. And these help. These have helped me quite a bit. So let's try it on a middle C, and then we'll go up a couple. E. Fun, right? Let's go up one. E. And one more. E. Out the old straw in the water bottle exercise, which some of you may already be familiar with. These are called SoVTs is the acronym, or semi-occluded vocal tract exercises, and there are a lot of YouTube videos about this now. And what this has the net effect of doing is it's occluding or stopping the airflow, which creates back pressure. And especially if you use it with the water, it creates even more back pressure, which opens up the pharyngeal space and then also thins out the vocal folds, which, as I said before about how the vocal folds get thicker as we get older, to keep them as thin as possible is very, very helpful. So we're going to first do a couple pitch glides with this, and then we're going to incorporate this with some open vowel exercises, okay? So what you want to do, if you don't have a water bottle, straw, just do a straw. If you have a straw, if you don't have that, just do a voiced V. Okay, so let's just do a couple of those up and down. You don't have to go so high. Just until it's comfortable. Here we go. Or let's do 2 more. Good. Now, I already feel my voice is getting more buzzy. Okay, so let's combine this with an exercise. So you can either do it with the voiced V, or with the straw, or with the straw with the water bottle. Okay? And again, guys, you're always an octave lower. And I'm actually going to start on the lower A and guide you down here, okay? So we're going to do okay, or all right, here we go. That lower note can be a little tough, I know. Good. Don't push the high note. Or if you're using the voiced V. Let's do one more. All right, very good. How'd that feel? It's kind of buzzy, and it really gets your voice a little bit thinner. You could also alternate between the straw and the voiced V. I think that would also be very helpful. Okay, wonderful. Let's look at another exercise. This one I really like. This is it's kind of fun. It's I call it the squeaky door exercise. And it's kind of like the sound that you make when you first wake up in the morning and before you've had your coffee. Ah, I want my coffee. When you can't talk, you give a frog in your throat. It's kind of interesting because what this does, this little it's called vocal fry. It kind of gets the vocal folds oscillating in a very gentle way, and it kind of helps to keep them firm. Don't know why it works so well, but it does. I use this a lot for my students who do contemporary commercial music to try to get into their mixed sound. So it's very, very helpful for the firmness of the vocal, the approximation. Okay, so let's just try a little sounds. Let's just make these crazy sounds. So you're not pushing a lot of air against your vocal folds. It's just very gentle. And if you're kind of going that's not it, because that's squeezing. It's very loose and very open in your throat. And you're going to just bring it to now. You're going to bring it up into a little like a hum, like a like this. So that's also been helpful for me to negotiate my register breaks as well. So let's try a couple of these. It's going to sound like this. Now notice I'm kind of going I'm keeping a lot of space in between my molars. Like I'm going Okay, that's going to help keep keep that throat a little bit more relaxed and keep the tongue a little more relaxed. Right? So I want to just say one more thing before we start the exercise. The is not a pitch; it's a sound. So you don't worry about bringing that up to the pitch of the exercise. Okay? So here we go. You should also feel like your voice has lifted up a little bit in your face on this one as well. So let's combine that squeaky door sound with a vowel sound ooh, okay? So we're going to start here on the low A again, guys. You're down here, and this is going to sound like this. And you're keeping your lips very closed on the ooh again, like you're kissing somebody, okay? So let's try it. And keep, I'm sorry, let's, one more thing. Let's keep that, the ooh, very tiny at the top. We don't want that to be too big. Here we go. It can be very quiet. Good. Notice how quiet I'm keeping it. I'm not pushing it. That felt nice. Good. Let's do one more. And back down. And a couple more down here. Good. Open your throat on the breath. Good. I hope that felt nice. So the next one is we're going to use like a nya, 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 N-Y-A-H sound. And a lot of these exercises will kind of are really helping to keep your voice kind of out of your, like feeling like it's in your throat. It's kind of like we want to really maintain that high placement of the voice as we move through time. It's very important. Also in your speaking voice. You know, it's like you can't sing like this and then speak like this, right? You really want to try to keep your voice, even in day-to-day speech, in talking, really try to keep it as highly placed as possible, okay? That's going to help you a lot. So this exercise, as I said, nya, nya, nya. Nya, nya. Just give me that. Nya, nya, nya. Remember the Three Stooges? Woo, 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 woo. Nya, mo. That's what it sounds like to me. So nya, nya. And I know you younger people will not even know who the heck Three Stooges, what's she talking about? I know. Nya, 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 nya. Just like that, guys. Here we go. Nya, 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 nya. Nya, 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 nya. Keep it nice and lifted. Nya, 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 nya. Inhale, open your throat. Nya, 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 nya. 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 So you could have fun with that one. So another fun exercise is using Mingmings, and I pair that with me, me. And that sounds like this. We're going to start again on that low A. Guys, you're down here. Ming, 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 me. So this is again a very lifted exercise. Ming is kind of a very high-placed exercise, so I want you to feel like you're in your cheeks a little bit more when you take that breath. If you want to even put your fingers on your cheeks, that's helpful. Feel like you're lifting into your cheeks on that breath. So let me do that again for you. So it's Ming, 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 then me, may, me. Okay? Here we go. And Ming, 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 me. 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 You're gonna break it to head voice, gals, maybe guys. Ming, 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 me. Or not. Ming, 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 me. Feel the nice buzziness in your cheeks. Ming, 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 me. Good. Ming, 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 me. Ming, 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 me. Let's do one more here, and then we'll go down. Good. Couple more. Keep feeling the buzziness lift into your cheeks. Nice. So if you're getting a little tired at this point, stop. Come back tomorrow, the next day, and do it up to this point again, maybe a little further. Then stop the next day, do it a little bit further, or maybe just spend the whole one week up to maybe doing like half of these, okay? Really, you want to work into this slowly, because it doesn't work if you get to the point where your voice is getting too fatigued. So the next exercise that I want to work with you on is Ming O and then Hung O. Okay, and these exercises are designed to build the resonance and the focus as well in the voice. So here we go. Ming O, Ming O, Ming O, Ming O, Ming O, Ming O, Ming O. Ming O, Ming O, Ming O, Ming O, Ming O, Ming O, Ming O. Ming O, Ming O, Ming O, Ming O, Ming O, Ming O, Ming O. Ming O, Ming O, Ming O, Ming O, Ming O, Ming O, Ming O. Breathe into your cheeks. Ming O, Ming O, Ming O, Ming O, Ming O, Ming O, Ming O. Let's do one more. Ming O, Ming O, Ming O, Ming O, Ming O, Ming O, Ming O. And back down. Breathe into your cheeks. Keep the Ming high. Above your hard palate. Let it feel like it's above your hard palate. Ming! Good. One more. Very nice. Now we're going to try Hung O. And Hung is a great exercise because it kind of activates that soft palate lift with the NG feeling in the back. Hung, right? So that's very important as well. So this is going to be very similar, except we're going to be doing Hung instead of Ming. So it's Hung O, Hung O, Hung O, Hung O, Hung O, Hung O. This is one of my favorites. Here we go, guys, gals, and Hung O, Hung O, Hung O, Hung O, Hung O, Hung O, Hung O. I didn't mention, when you do the hung, you don't want to go hung oh, and then, you know, you want to keep it, let your jaw hang like the hung oh, hung oh. That'll make it a little bit easier for you to transition between the hung and the oh, hung oh. Great. So let's stretch it up a little bit. You notice I have been staying kind of upper middle voice. I haven't really been pushing up too high. I don't like, you know, I don't think it's really necessary to do that the whole time you're exercising. At least it hasn't been for me. I notice if I start going up too high too soon, I get tired really quickly. So I kind of work with my middle voice and my middle upper, and then I will bring it in towards the end of my practice. I'll bring in a couple of higher exercises where I stretch my range up a little bit more, and that seems to work well for me. Everybody's different though. You have to kind of play around with it yourself and see what works for you. So this next exercise is from my last voice teacher, Jeff Alani Stanfill at Voice Soaring YouTube channel. He has a wonderful YouTube channel. You should check him out as well, and I love this exercise. So we're going to use the NG. It's kind of like an NG. I've modified it just a little bit, and the pattern goes like this. So we're going to really kind of get our jaw really loose as we move up in the register a little bit more. So it's kind of like a it's like a So I'm kind of not really, I'm kind of doing a little almost like a squeaky door beginning. Then my jaw is very loose at the top, and I let it just waggle. So let me do a few of those for you so you can watch me or listen to me. So it's very highly placed, all right? So here we go. I'm going to start on that low A again. Guys, you're down here. Here we go, and very thin exercise. Your voice is going to feel very thin. Pop into your head. Think about lifting the voice. No pressure on the throat. Doesn't have to be a big sound. Good. On your own. Whoops, sorry. Great. So obviously, if that's too high for you, you start feeling a lot of tension in your throat, just stop and then join us back down when it feels more comfortable for you. And this next exercise is kind of interesting. It's from It's called How to Train Singers, and the author of the book, the teacher, is Lara Browning Henderson. And these are some very interesting exercises. If anybody's interested in getting this and taking a look at these are very helpful exercises. I found them to be almost rehabilitative. The sound is hong, H-A-W-N-G. So it's like honk, like honk. See, it's all about getting it up here, right? Keeping the voice high. So we're going to be combining the hong with an E and an oo. All right? So it's going to sound like this. Hong, E, oo, E. Hong, E, oo, E. Hong, E, oo, E. So that's a tough one. This is a little more advanced exercise. Okay, this one I would do after you're a little warmed up. Okay, here we go. Lovely. I hope that felt good. So if you're feeling a little vocally tired, that's okay. Tired is okay. Just a little tired, but not like, oh, I can't talk or my voice hurts. We don't want it to get to that point. And by all means, use your voice. You know what they say, if you don't use it, you lose it. And I hate to say, but that is true, because I wasn't really using my voice for the past several years too much, because I was discouraged because of the changes in my voice through menopause. And lately, because I've gotten into sound healing and I'm going to be using my voice in a different way now, I was really needing to get back into a consistent practice. And it absolutely is helping. And not only that, but it makes me feel good. Your voice is sacred. Making music with your voice is absolutely our birthright. There's so much more to our voice than we know. Our body is actually hardwired to accept the resonance and the sounds of our voices on many levels, even the cellular level. So it is so healthful and healing to us, our energy bodies and our physical bodies, to open our beautiful voices and express in music, in song, with words. So please do continue and allow what comes to be and not judge it. Because a lot of times, especially if you've been a singer like me, performer for many years, and you know, nothing stays the same in life, it changes, right? That's the one thing we can count on, is change. It's the judgment of it that does the damage, I believe. So just allow it to be, and then compensate, and then adjust, as I've had to do. And you don't have to leave it entirely. Continue with it, just maybe a little bit more gently. So in any event, I hope these exercises will help get you on a path of moving forward with your vocal practice again. And I would love to hear if you are continuing with these. I would love to hear if they help you. That would be good for me to know, because I love success stories. And again, if you have any questions or comments, please let me know, and you can put that in the comment section below, and I will do my best to answer them for you. Healthy body, healthy spirit, healthy voice.